About 3 inches of the white stuff has fallen, and the prognosticators say still 3 to 5 more to come tonight in Chicago as we welcome you to football under the lights at snowy Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first carry now. This is Johnson. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Murray, he's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
18. 23 is the mic. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Haywood. Here we go again.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
40. 180. Hey, alert. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Hey, Stu. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Man, we ain't beginning to turn.
Trubisky down to throw on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. Give him 6 yards and the first down.
Hey, ball. 58 is the mic. Ball 58 is the mic. Go out. Hey, Delta. 58.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Come on. 180. Here we go, D. Hey, it's your alert. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Hey, echo. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Dante Fowler, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Kill. Check.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Austin. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 6. And the Cardinal first down.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He takes this for 3 to the 29. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you've got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Switch. Hey, 18. Lock in. Hey, Charlie. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Record. 58's the Mike. 58.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Catch is made by Harry.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, ball. Hey, alert.
Here's Breida. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big pickup of 38.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Uchenna Nwosu, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
Right there in the middle, 55. Slam.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Bears' 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
He's coming. Alert. Hey, Alpha. Mike 43. You ain't going nowhere. 43 is the Mike.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. A second nice move. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
18. Check. Recon, 152 fighter. Check 3. Check 9. Check. SOS.
This is Breida. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Check 37.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
It's 4th down.
Here's Matt Hawk now. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin the drive with Johnson. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Sponge! 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 No, no, no! Hey!
From the gun on third down, Murray. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Bring it. Bring it. Alert, alert. Alert, alert. 43 is the mark. 48. Exit. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Lock in. Lock in. Watch the screen. Watch it.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Got a man open. That's Harry. 7 yards there and a first down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime lock.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Mike Daniels, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now it's Breida, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Alert, 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 alert. Go, go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
In your face.
Hey, 18. Five. Let's go, D.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man is Samuel, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
6 man. Check curls.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Third and 13.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. We own it.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And able to find Kirk, complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he'll let it fly for Austin. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tavon Austin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Ran, top. 43 to Mike. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Cut. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. I got it. Ran, top.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's crashing. Greystone, travel. Check safety, check safety. Check 3, check 3. Switch.
They run with Breida. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch twist. Alert.
They run again with Breida.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, alert. Check 31.
Now Trubisky. Got his man, that's Harry. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 28.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that space.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Motion.
Now a give to Breida. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
18. Smooth. 58.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. First down. Now it's Trubisky. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, they're scared. Hey, alert. 58 is a mic. 58. Alert. I got you. Kill. Hey, high 7. Ran, top. 58, boys, 58 is Mike. And here we go, watch the
Now Trubisky to throw. And he is going to go down. Back back at the 11-yard line. Mike Daniels make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Elliott good with a PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Complete. It's Johnson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. I got it.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Murray, a quick throw out to Kirk. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it third down.
I'm coming after you.
Shotgun now from Murray. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, and make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The busy night continues for Johnson. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Just like that. Just like that. 58, Mike.
Trubisky to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Harry.
Let's go.
A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You can't block me.
Throwing now is Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Deebo Samuel in the final minute as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A big hitter to start the drive has them up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Murray from midfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 40.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Here's Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bears' 42-yard line.
Again, it's Johnson. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So everything rests now on the right foot of Austin Seibert. This from 55 yards out. And that will wind up just short. He had it online. They ran out of gas at the end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense is set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd and 9, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Biggest play now in this opening drive of overtime. This is 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
A 27-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Throwing here, Trubisky. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky on the move to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, ball.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout.
Sit down. 180. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Alert. 58, boy. 58, Mike. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up. Ran. Tough. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. 65, 65. 65. Bravo. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58. Hey, ball.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trubisky on the keeper. Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's now 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to keep the game alive. The kick by Elliott is good. And we are tied once again here in the overtime session. Both teams swapping field goals on their respective first drives of overtime. So now, you know the drill. It's on to old school sudden death.
Yeah, sounds exciting, doesn't it? Can I be a little bit of Dennis Downer here, though? That drive, able to go that far, yet they had to kick the field goal to keep playing. You would have thought maybe could they punch it in and go ahead and end it?
We get more free football.
Oh, yeah, good point. I'm back upbeat again. Forget the Downer stuff.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome of the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting team.